What's going on YouTube, it's Jason, and today I'm going to be answering a question I get asked multiple times per week, and that is, how do I stay lean year round? It doesn't matter whether you grab me in the height of summer or just after Christmas. When I take my shirt off, 365 days a year I rock an athletic physique, and it always sparks conversation and pricks people's curiosity. In this video, I'm going to go through what I've learned over the years and 5 ways that you can rock a lean physique year round. Now, before we kick things off, I've had a few people comment on my videos saying that my white background is boring, that it needs more life, so I brought in my plant Bill in an attempt to spice things up. Hopefully you like him. Let me know in the comments whether you like or dislike. I'm going to be trying different things over the next few weeks and months till I find something that works. Cool, back to more pressing matters. How do I maintain an athletic physique year round? Point number 1, and I cannot stress this enough, your nutrition needs to be on smash. By on smash, I mean on point and dialed in. Now when I say this, a lot of people think I mean being really strict and carrying a food scale with you everywhere you go. That's not the case, but what I mean is that your knowledge of nutrition has to improve. You need to understand the calories in different foods. You need to understand your macronutrients, so proteins, fats and carbs, how much again is in different food groups, and you need to have a rough idea of your maintenance calories, so how many calories you need to maintain your body weight. It's absolutely crucial that you understand these 3 areas, and being honest, the more you understand these 3 areas, the more flexible you can be with your diet and still get results. A lot of film stars and bodybuilders make out that you need to follow this specific magic diet of chicken and broccoli and cut all carbs out to get absolutely shredded. That's not true. If you understand nutrition, you can swap things out like for like and still get fantastic results. The absolute non-negotiables of nutrition, if you want to stay lean year round, is number 1, get sufficient protein intake, so that's 1.6 to 2.2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight. And number 2, make sure at least 80% of your nutrition comes from the ground, i.e. whole foods that are unprocessed. Once you've established this framework and you know roughly how many calories you need to maintain your body weight, it's now about taking away from this number to create a calorie deficit. The size of the deficit is going to be down to you, depending on how slow or fast you want to lose fat. So learn about your nutrition. Most people's knowledge of nutrition is limited to what they learn from their parents or general guidelines about health. This is actually different to what it takes to attain and maintain a lean physique. Of course there's some crossover, but they function on different principles. Point number 2 is to prioritize resistance training. Now a lot of people say, can't I do this at home with bodyweight exercises or calisthenics? Yes you can, but after a while you're just building endurance. When you see that cover model or that film star, that lean athletic physique, most of these people, if not all of them, are lifting weights. Remember, building a lean physique is actually more about how much muscle you have than how much fat you don't have. So what does prioritizing your weight training look like in practice? It means trying to do resistance training at least 3 days a week. You could probably do 2 sessions if those sessions were a bit longer, but making sure that you are always providing a training stimulus to your muscles. It also means making sure you do your weights before your cardio. I know a lot of people have this debate, should I do weights first, should I do cardio first? If you're looking to build and maintain a decent frame, you need to be doing your weights first. If you do your cardio first, your weight training is going to suffer. If your weight training suffers, you're probably not going to be able to build and maintain much muscle mass. And finally, it means not skipping sessions. If you're inconsistent with your weight training, you're probably not going to maintain a decent frame. Point number 3, and this is a really important point, but lead an active lifestyle. A lot of people wrongly assume that because they do bouts of activity, let's say 2 or 3 sessions a week, that they're leading an active lifestyle, when in actual fact, their step count is at like 3,000. If your step count is low, you are going to struggle to stay lean because your steps and general activity level is linked to the speed of your metabolism. If I put my steps up on screen, you can see that I'm only on about 5,000 for the day, but it's still morning. That'll be much higher by the evening. But when you look at my weekly average, my monthly average, my 6 monthly average, and my yearly average, it's no surprise that I stay lean. Point number 4 is to establish your range. What do I mean by range? I'm talking here about body fat ranges. A lot of people wrongly assume that when you are lean year round, it means that you're single digit body fat all year. That's not what I mean. What I mean, if I use myself as an example, is that I stay between 10 and 15% body fat all year. My physique generally goes through 3 stages. I'm either leaning down, maintaining my physique, or I'm going through a lean bulk. But it doesn't matter which of those stages I'm going through, I am always relatively lean, and you can always see at least an outline of my abs. Obviously at 10%, my abs are really visible. But even at 15% body fat, I still have a decent set of abs. Matter of fact, I've had it a few times in the gym where someone is trying to cut down and they see my physique and they will tell me they may be 6 or 7 weeks into their cut and they will ask me, when am I bulking? And I'm like, I am bulking. Matter of fact, I'm near the end. It doesn't matter when you catch me in the year, my body fat is always in check. And that's because I stay between these 2 ranges. So establish your range. Lean down to a point where perhaps you'd be happy to go on holiday or to the beach, and try and stay within 3 to 5% of there when you bulk up. Before I forget, another important point under establishing your range is building in regular mini cuts. One of the mistakes I made when I first started training was bulking for like 9 to 12 months. And yes, I did build some muscle, but with that, I gained a lot of body fat. Since that time, what I do instead is I bulk for like 3 to 4 months, and then I do a short mini cut of like 2 to 4 weeks to clean up the body fat, and then I start bulking again and rinse and repeat. By doing this, it means that my body fat stays in my desired level, that 10 to 15% range. And the final point is that you need to change your values. The big mistake people make when they approach staying lean is they treat it the same as getting lean. They think about a deadline or a destination and they start doing things to take shortcuts towards their goals. If you're somebody that makes excuses, if you're somebody that skips sessions, somebody that only eats healthy when they feel like it, it's almost impossible for you to stay lean. You literally need to adopt new behaviors, new habits, new values in order to maintain your new physique. I say this all the time to my clients, a person's physique is a byproduct of their mindset, values, behaviors, and habits. You want to maintain a different physique? Develop different values. So that's it, 5 key points to how I stay lean year round. Hope you enjoyed that video and found it helpful. Don't forget to like it, comment below for the algorithm, it massively helps. Please subscribe, and I'll see you again soon.